This right here is the all new Cinomadist AxisPack tech pouch. And I wanted to make this video because I know it just recently launched on Kickstarter, like, I don't know, a couple days ago. And I just wanted to share with you my honest thoughts and opinions about this pouch. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you what I didn't like about it, what I do like about it. I will also show you a pack out showing you like everything that I can cram into it. And hopefully by the end of this video, it'll help you decide whether this bag or this pouch is gonna be right for you. Full disclosure, Cinomadist did send this pouch for my honest YouTube review. They do not get to preview this video before it gets published. I'm not getting paid by them. However, I do get to keep the bags. First, let's talk about the dislikes I have with this pouch. There's not too many, but there are a few things. The first thing I would have to say is this strap that kind of comes with it. I just feel like it was an afterthought. The strap seems cheap. It's not thick. And especially if you're going to be carrying, you know, a good amount of stuff in here, I just feel like this could be improved. Yeah, just a more substantial, thicker, more quality strap, just because the strap itself, I mean, the bag is made of quality premium materials, and I see like the value in it kind of thing. And when I take a look at the strap, it just kind of feels like, okay, this is just a cheap strap that comes with it. So I felt like they should have like mimicked the quality and thought and design that went into the bag, should have gone into the strap as well. The next thing I feel like could have been improved is on this rear side right here, there is this kind of zippered pocket, which I do appreciate they have one. However, two things about it. The first thing is that right now I just have my passport in there, and the passport just kind of barely fits in there, and it kind of overlaps with the top part of the zipper. So I was hoping that maybe if they made that zipper just a little bit taller somehow, or higher up, then the passport would be able to flop down inside no problem. But when you kind of put it in there, you can have to kind of fold that top part just slightly over top by a couple millimeters or one, and then it will fit. So I just felt that the zipper just could be a little bit higher up. The second thing I feel like could be improved is that right now I have this tech pouch packed out, and you know, in their kind of promotional video, they showed a guy like whipping out his cell phone, and because it's like some kind of quick access thing. But here's my phone right now, nothing special, just a regular iPhone, and it's packed out, and it could barely fit in there. It can't even really fit in there because it's just packed out. So I feel like this pocket, this zipper pocket, is too thin, meaning that I wish that there was maybe some kind of elastic material or something like that, just so that the pocket can kind of stretch out if you did have a phone. I'm not expecting like something, a big thick item, but even a phone, which is relatively thin, should be able to fit in here despite how packed this bag is. And the other things are fairly minor, but right here it has the Cinomadist logo. I wish it wasn't so prominent. I mean, on the back side, I feel like this is exactly what it should be. They just have their kind of small little logo into this bottom corner right here, and I felt like the same thing should have been on the outside of the bag as well. Something just more, you know, minimalistic and not so out there. Now moving on into the likes I do have with the bag, you know, there's some great things about it. So the first thing is I feel like this bag is built like a tank. Like they've advertised that it's drop proof and all that kind of stuff. And I will have to say, yeah, it's pretty sturdy. I mean, if I had I do have a camera in here, but if I have a camera in here, I have no issues dropping it. It's just a pretty solid, well-built bag. And then the other thing leads me to my next point, which is just quality materials, except for the strap. But everything about it, like the zippers, the grab handle, the fabric that's been used, I feel like they're pretty quality materials and premium, and I don't feel like they kind of cheaped out anywhere there. So yeah, you know, whatever money that you're going to be spending in here, you're going to get a quality product. The next thing that I do love about this one is this lay flat design, where it opens up 180 degrees and it just kind of opens up just like that, and it's so easy to see all of your contents. I don't have to fight it to kind of keep it open. You know, it just kind of stays open, and I really like that just because it's just so organized. I can kind of see everything. Really easy just to, yeah, grab everything that I need. Okay, so now we're going to be doing a pack out. I have both of these bags somewhat packed out. Oh yeah, so with this kind of 2-in-1 pouch, this pouch is actually supposed to fit in here, but you can only fit it in if you don't have like cameras in here. So I have cameras in here, so this is not going to fit in there, but we'll kind of get into that a little bit later on. So for the first thing is, let's talk about this whole exterior. One thing to note is that there is a little strap right here. So if you did wanted to, you know, if you had a pouch or something like that, you could carry something externally on this, which is nice. But yeah, just kind of give you a quick little 360 view of this thing, and we'll start off with this kind of back pocket. So again, I mean, I like the zipper that kind of opens and closes. However, again, it's just very, very thin, and I do have this one kind of passport thing right there, and that's pretty much all that's going to fit in that little pouch right here. To take off the straps, all you do is just kind of, you know, clips right on, but I'll quickly just show you the strap. The strap just looks, I don't know, cheap and flimsy, and yeah, so that's just kind of the strap. So anyways, let's open up the main zipper. There's 2 zippers that open this up, and again, I just love how you just kind of, you know, open it up just like that, and you can kind of see everything. It's pretty awesome. So let's start off on this back side here. So this back side, there's kind of 2 big padded slots in here. I have my laptop charger right here, and then in this other one, I do have a power bank, and this product I will be reviewing shortly as well. It's a pretty sweet little power bank. And then on the opposite side, there is, you know, 2 kind of pockets right here. They're stretchy as well, which is very nice, and this is kind of meant for, well, you can put whatever you want in there, but I have like my larger cables here. So this is like my MacBook Pro charger cable in there, and this is just my iPhone cable, so I can kind of slot that in there easily. And then over here I just have a small little USB cable for whatever, but there's 4 other elastics there for if you had 4 other smaller cables. So that's kind of like the first section. Now when we are kind of going into the middle section right here, in this middle section, I have a camera and a GoPro. One thing to note, though, you know, they advertise that, you know, you can throw in a like headphones or things like that. So, or even this pouch. So this pouch would fit kind of like nicely in there. However, you can't really have this in here because it's like kind of like an accordion style thing. So you can either only have, you know, just this middle section filled out, or just that middle section, or just that section filled out. Yeah, anyways, in here I just have a Sony RX 100 Mark 6 or whatever it is, and then I have a DJI action camera, and then just on either side of here, right on this one side, there is a zippered compartment. And this, you know, is perfect place for cash. So if you had bills of anything like that, you can throw it in there. And then on the opposite side, there's rooms for credit cards or any kind of business cards or anything like that. There's 1, 2, 3 slots on each side. So there's 6 slots in total, but they are kind of thick. So you could totally, and they are stretchy as well. So you could totally double up. So if you had more than 6 cards, that won't be a problem at all. So I'll just kind of whip that out. I just got 2 cards in there. And then, so yeah, that's just kind of like that middle section right there. And then when you are moving on to kind of like the other far section, on this one side, it's kind of made out of this, I don't know, leather type material. Now I know that they have there's a flaw right here. There's a piece of string that's kind of loose out there, but Cinomadist did assure me that, like, because this is a pre-production model, but in the actual production model, this will be fixed. So you don't have to worry about this little loose thread coming out. But there's room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SD cards or Nintendo Switch game cards. And then on this other side, actually, sorry, more than, well, I don't know. Is this the same size? I think this might be the same size, but it feels a little bit crammed in this corner. So this might be meant for smaller things like micro SD cards, but I'll just kind of toss that memory card aside. And then on this one side, there is kind of another room for a card of some sort. And there is room, so you could probably fit at least 3 cards in this one back slot. And then also on this one side, you do have another larger slot as well. I just have this kind of card in there, and also, I also have another card as well. So you can actually fit even more cards in this back sleeve. And then when you are looking on to this one side, it does have this one nice, a large elastic mesh, so you can kind of throw whatever you need in there. I just have my AirPods in there, and then there's 2 pen slots. I got my Sharpie as well as just kind of one standard kind of pen in there. But yeah, so that's essentially it, and what kind of fits in this kind of main, pouch. And then I will show you what is also, let me just quickly show you that this will fit into there no problem, and you still can kind of squeeze it out, but again, you can't have your cameras in there. But now let's open this guy up. So this guy is just kind of like their smaller pouch. There's no exterior pocket or anything like that. And then when you do open it up, you got lots of things here. It does have another pen pocket, which is nice. And you got these 2 kind of stretchy elastic pockets. I just have some wired headphones, and over here I have a camera battery. You could totally fit like AirPods and things like that in that stretchy stash pocket. And then when you're looking on this one side, there's 4 small little area stretchy elastic bands, and this is gonna be great for some cables. And then on the opposite side, there's 3 kind of larger elastics, and this is gonna be great because this is just like my super long iPhone cable. And then on this one side, there is a zippered pocket, and I just have kind of like breath mints in here, but again, you can kind of throw whatever else you want in there. But yeah, so this is kind of what all fits into this area, and it keeps it very nicely organized. If you are interested in previewing what I will be posting upcoming on YouTube, follow me on Instagram as I post unboxing videos on my Instagram stories all the time. But anyways, let's wrap this video up. You're wondering if you should back this on Kickstarter as it's going on right now, or if you're watching this a little bit later on and the Kickstarter is over, you're just wondering if you should buy this or not. I think overall, they've done a great job creating this pouch. Its quality, is it perfect? No, but there's no such thing as a perfect bag. There's room for a few improvements, but I feel like as it is right now, it's pretty good. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you've liked it and found it helpful, please like and subscribe, and definitely don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Desy31.